Thank you very much, Ruben. It's really great to be here today with you, and I'm very, very happy to share with you a project that we've been running. Today, we'll talk about what users say, how you can grow your businesses and your companies based on the fact that you can listen to users. So a few years ago, some of you may know or heard, we want to help companies that we work with to get a better understanding of what their user need, want, and expect. So what we did, we launched User Lab, in which were we able to make the ability for decision makers from all departments to get and sit together and see users interacting with their product and actually sharing their thoughts and experiencing their opinion. After we did that, we discussed possible solutions and tests that can help the company to increase growth based on this user feedback. After we measured the impact that hundreds of User Labs that we had on the company's growth, we found out that this user research format can contribute to businesses like yours in multiple ways. One, it can help you to uplift your conversion rate, create more effective campaign, reduce cost, and even actually to find a new revenue stream for your business. It was apparent to us that when you have decision makers that's sitting in the room, listening and learning from user, they come up with incredibly effective solutions. So to help our clients to continue conducting User Labs at their own companies, we even wrote a handbook about it. And be more than happy to share it with you. It's going to be out in the next few weeks. And you are more than welcome. If you're interested, just register and you'll get an ebook version very, very soon. Whichever type of user research you decide to do today or after this session, it can definitely help you increase your growth. Because most of the time, we can usually identify what the user doing from the data. If you can go to the next slide, please. Thank you. We can mostly identify what our users are doing from the data, but it's very hard to understand why. Why they behave the way they do. Why do they drop off, for example, from a specific page or within your funnel? By conducting user research, we can get better understanding of the why users behave the way they do. Then we can focus our efforts on the root of the problem, what the user need, what are the friction points, and what are the problems that occur. This is a great way to save time, resource, and mostly important, expedite your growth based on user feedback. So how we can find why users behave the way they do? Well, most of the options fall under these three categories. You can conduct independent research. You can work with an agency to help you to do that, or you can try find existing use cases. The challenges with that is that if you look on companies that actually invest time and money and effort to do research, they do it on their own user, and they mostly don't share the finding, if they do by themselves or even by the agency. And what's mostly available for you in terms of like stat or case study, in some cases, or actually many cases, it's not relevant to the burning question you will have regarding to your users. While working with companies from all verticals, we realized that the business question they had were very similar at time. If we can move to the next slide, please. Questions such as, what stops user from buying? Or why do users choose one app over another? Or even how user actually decide which game to play? So we thought that by collecting user perspective on this burning question, we might be able to help companies better understand what matters to the user most. So even if your company or if companies at all do not conduct any user research by their own, they can still learn from what users need and what they care more about. And that's how the User Say initiative came to life. So let's see a short video, and Ayat will explain more about it shortly.
So
I definitely will not pay money to get rid of ads.
Can I be confident that it will even arrive?
Just because it's unknown doesn't mean it's bad.
Having customer service contact information.
Support information.
more complicated, more stressful.
Less than 5 minutes.
as you may have gathered from what we just saw, we asked 1,000 people some of the most common business questions we heard from companies. In Users Say, you can find a set of 12 videos in which we get to learn from users about different burning questions that companies have. So you're definitely welcome to watch all these videos on our website. For example, we can move to the next one, please. We wanted to understand, thank you. We wanted to understand what stops users from buying from websites they haven't heard of before. So we simply asked them, and let's see a short example from what they had to say.
Because I'm not familiar with the company itself.
Because I don't have enough trust in the company yet.
Just from a safety, reliability standpoint.
I'm just scared and skeptical that my experience won't be good enough, and then I will have to overdo the whole transaction with a different retailer.
If I make this purchase, can I be confident that it will even arrive? What condition will it be in when it arrives? If they're selling it as new, is it actually new? Did they just refurbish it and try to pass it off for the full price of the new item?
I have been scammed and had to go through the trouble of contacting my credit card company to be able to get my money back. I just find that a lot of times they're not legitimate websites, and it's not worth the risk or the trouble.
Kind of stick to the main sites that I've shopped at before, because I know I can trust them. I've received products from them. I've received services from them, and everything has usually worked out in a positive manner.
I have no aversion to shopping on sites I haven't heard before. I just tend to lean more toward the ones that I have shopped with before, just because I know what I'm getting out of it.
So just like we saw now, in each video, we get to learn what users have to say about a specific topic. And following that, we have industry experts from Google who share the stats from the research we did with 1,000 people. Finally, the presenters also offer best practices and possible tests to help increase conversion rates. So what we can see here is an example where we see that the research showed that 94% of users indicated that they check if a website is legit or not before they buy. When we looked closer at that, we saw that 46% of them said that they search for reviews as a first step to assess a website's legitimacy. Okay, so 46% search for reviews as a first step. And when a company is aware of this behavior, it can actually find targeted solutions that can address this user's behavior in a much easier way. For example, they can add reviews on a third-party website, they can embed those reviews on the landing page, and these kind of things can help increase their users' trust. So each one of the Users Say video is focused on one burning question. It brings multiple insights based on the research and on our experience working with companies from all different verticals. If you wish, you're welcome to watch it. And to gain the highest value from it, we recommend that you do so together as a team. Do it with the people from multiple departments together, discuss what users said in relation to your product, and also make sure that you define possible tests based on that. So don't forget, knowing your users can help your business grow. And we invite you to learn more about their needs, their motivations, expectations. And we recommend conducting tests that focus on what really matters to your users, and to try and run your own research. This will maximize the impact and your growth potential. So we wish you best of luck with that. And thanks for the opportunity to share this. And back to you, Ruben.